we're going to look at the postures of the 8 strands of silk brocade from the seated position. This obviously is very good for those who are unable to stand, people who may be wheelchair users or who have chronic leg conditions or foot conditions, and they find that their feet get very sore or their legs get very achy or tired if they stand for too long. Basically, trying to do it standing for any period of time will help to re-strengthen the legs unless there's a serious issue there. You always want to consult a good GP if you can find one and try and find out what the problem really is. But if you're a wheelchair user, or if you're confined to a hospital bed or confined to bed generally, then you're going to be lacking body exercise, whole body exercise. Basically, the exercise in the body is not just a case of lifting your arms or moving your arms. Some people think that weight training, doing lifting weights or whatever is exercise. That's just exercise for the upper body muscles or some exercise for the leg muscles. Complete exercise requires that you move your body forwards, backwards, side to side, or even stretch upwards or outwards. Moving your body in that way will massage the internal organs. It stretches the ligaments, the joints, the muscles, the blood vessels, the nervous system, and also of course it opens the body up so that the chi, or the energy, bioenergy, can flow properly. You will find by doing the Baduanjin as it used to be written in anglicised, now it's Baduanjin, or the 8 strands of silk brocade. Doing it on a regular basis will literally change your life, and I mean in a good way. I've had people on the first day of training doing Baduanjin coming in looking like a really sorry soul and leaving upright, relaxed, and you can see that they're energized. A lot of the stress has gone, and stress of course is one of the #1 killers in the world. The biggest killer in the world is bad diet and lack of exercise, and apparently from figures I saw recently, the 3rd biggest killer in the world are drugs. No, not heroin or cocaine, but drugs that you get from prescription. Okay, so that's something to think about. Trying to get your body back into the pure natural state, looking after yourself, doing some exercises is absolutely essential. And having a good diet too, because your body won't work without the right nutrients, vitamins and minerals. We do the oxygen with this. Let me start that bit again. We do the breathing with our exercises as well. Oxygen is very important to the whole system. You oxygenate the brain. The brain can't work without oxygen. The oxygen also provides new cells in the body, or it heals damaged cells in the body. And again, that's a very important thing to take into mind. Is ill health worth it? Do you really want to sit down, not exercise? These exercises are so simple, anybody can do them. As long as you can turn, as long as you can bend, as long as you can move your arms, you can do them. And even if you cannot move your arms or your legs, if you could just move your upper body and exercise that, you'll be doing some good. On with Baduanjin, exercise #1. This is called 2 hands push to sky. We start off by turning our hands over, placing them on our thighs with the palm upwards, and you can close your fingers off just so that you're not leaking good chi out of the hands. Get yourself nice and comfortable. and learn before you try and do it yourself. 2 hands push the sky. We bring the hands up and over at head height, down the front of the body. We scoop forwards and ups, and at this point, when the hands pass the eyes, your eyes want to keep looking at that point between the fingertips as you go up, and then push as though pushing the sky away. Then relax, let your eyes rest on the horizon as you come back down. Turn the hands over and relax. Principle is exactly the same as the standing exercise, but in a standing exercise, of course, you've got your feet shoulders width apart, about this space as I've got it here, and then of course you have your knees slightly bent and your pelvis sinking down. Let's do that again. So we scoop up, down, not too close to the body, forwards, up and out, and then push as though pushing the sky away from you. Come back in, eyes resting on the horizon, relax. Notice that all the movements are done smoothly. You just do that extra little push or extra little stretch there, which opens up, in this particular case, opens up all the muscles around the shoulder blades, which is where a lot of issues arise. Again. That is number 1, 2 hands push the sky. Normally we would do them 8 times each, but in this video I'm just reminding you how to do it. Or if you are already a competent, well-trained instructor who teaches Qigong, and in particular teaches one of the many versions of Baduanjin, you may want to consider this for trying to, for example, get in touch with your local medical groups or medical centres, hospices or rehabilitation centres, hospitals where people are confined to beds, etc. You know, it's a really great exercise and it should be taught to more people. Okay, so let's try and get that out there in the world. Enjoy exercise number 1. Remember, practice, then do it nice and relaxed, nice and slowly. Your breathing should be natural as well. See you at